Grace and peace, my brothers and my sisters, on today. There is a word from the Lord on today that God has given to me to give to His people. Something that has been burning into my soul that He has given me, that I have to do and say what He has told me to do. I ask that you keep me in your prayers as I still stand on the wall for God, as I stay on the wall and stand on the wall and do what He has called me to do as the leader that He has appointed me to be. I ask that you just do what God has told you to do for the man of God, because for the rest of the month leading into next month, I'm going to be dealing with a lot of things that I don't want to deal with, but that I have to deal with. I have to deal with it. It's not saying that I'm scared. I just have to deal with it. The devil is trying its best to do what he does for me by taking me out of here. And I'm not allowing it to happen. I will not allow him to destroy what Yahshua has given to me. I will not allow it to happen. Please keep my chief apostle in prayer. Please keep one another in prayer. People of God, this is praying time. Praying time. And before I get into the word, I've got to say this. On the news, I heard today that 2 children was killed by the mother. And that what happens is that it's been some years now that she have ran away. But the case is not closed until after 2 more years. After 2 more years, they allow this woman to run free. But I need y'all to understand something here. Even though you're thinking to yourself that these people are doing what they're doing and they're running free, they're not really running free. Basically what they're doing is they're just running away from God. Yahshua. They're running away from Him. But of course other people have said these words. You can run, but so far. You can run, but you can't hide. But you can't hide. What are you trying your best to hide for? If you know you did it, then pay the consequences. But most of us don't want to pay the consequences. We feel as though that we have the right to do this and to do that, and we just walk free. You're not really walking free. You shoot somebody, you kill somebody, you stab somebody, And people think that they're walking free. They're not really walking free. There's no way in the world you can still be able to walk free after taking a life that you had no business taking. I took that life for a reason. I took this life for a reason. Because whatever you was trying your best to get from that person, you didn't get it. They're gone. Somebody killed a pizza delivery person. The owner of the restaurant I knew. I knew the mother. Because I used to be one of her customers in her store. She's hurting. And she's grieving for her child. This is where I'm going to leave it with this. I ask that you turn to 1 John. 1 John chapter 2. 1 John chapter 2, beginning at the 15th verse. And it reads, and it reads, and it reads. Do not love the world, or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, then the love of the Father is not in him. I want to speak on today, what does it mean to love God? What does it mean to love God? Before I get into what God has given to me, I ask that you share the video and love the video. This is not a word that people's going to shout off of. This is not a word people want to, be slain in the spirit. But this is prophetization time. This is prophecy time. The ministry that God has given to me deals with what He has just given to me. New Greater Love Fellowship Ministries. The year of 2019, on Black Friday, of 2019, God has given me the new name to my ministry, or added a name to my ministry. New Greater Love Fellowship Ministries. Because mind you, before it was Greater Love Fellowship Ministry. But now He's given it to me a new way. Because He's seen what He needs to see in me. And that's why He's given me New Greater Love Fellowship Ministries. Listen to these words, my brothers and sisters. First, loving God requires us to know Him. We got to get to know who He is. Meaning that we got to have a relationship with Him. And that knowing begins with His Word. You got to get to know who God is for yourself. And then you have to know His Word for yourself. You have to. It might sound a little bit crazy to some, but to know Him, but to know Him, but to know Him is nothing more than to love Him. You have to learn how to love Him. We got to learn how to love Him. To love God is to worship and to praise Him. We are worshiping everything else, but we're not loving Him. But we're not loving Him. You love everybody else in this world, but you're not loving the Creator. We're not loving the Creator. And it hurts my heart. When you don't love the Creator, then you don't love yourself. And if you can't love the Creator who created you, listen carefully. If you can't love the Creator who created you, then how can you love somebody else? How? How? We telling ourselves that we love this and we love that. But we're not loving the Creator. And a lot of people are telling me, well, how do you know that? Because I have the spirit of discernment to know who you love and who you don't love. Let's break that down. If you don't love me, then how can you love the Creator? If you don't love me, how can you don't love me? How? Because I have the Creator. Worship the Lord your God and serve Him only. We're serving everybody else, but we're not serving the Creator. The Creator is the one that can give you anything that you need. He is the one that's giving you anything that you need. When somebody wants to spend time with you, here's the problem. And you really don't want to spend time with them, then guess what? How do you have a relationship with Him if you don't want to spend time with somebody else? You don't want to spend time with this man of God, but then you're telling yourself that you spent time with the Creator. The book of Psalms and the Bible tells us many beautiful examples of how to worship and praise our Creator. And I'm getting ready to tell you where they are at in Psalms. Psalms 8, 19, 23, 24, 67, 99, 117, and 150. It that will tell you about how to worship and praise your Creator. It also says that you have to love Him. When was the last time you told the Creator how much you loved Him? When was the last time you told someone that you loved them? When was the last time you told me that you loved me? When was the last time you said that? And I'm not trying to I'm not saying that you don't love me, but I don't want you to be scared to come to me around anybody saying, I love you. Because people just need to hear those words of, I love you. And I got to put a pencil there for a second, because you do not know what is going on in a person's life. Whatever type of day that they had, you don't know. Sometimes people just need to hear the words, I love you. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. There are times where I get on Facebook and I do just what the Creator has told me to do and write. But sometimes I just want someone to say to me, I love you. I'm just getting on your page and I'm letting you know. I'm just going to let you know that I love you. I'm thinking about you and that I care about you. But I love you because He first loved me. People do not want to change. People don't know what change is. People don't even know what support is. They don't. And the reason why people do not know what support is because they don't have the word support in their own selves. That's the problem. Because supporting somebody else will kill them. The man or woman and you don't want to hear true wisdom. And the reason why you don't want to hear true wisdom is because you don't have any wisdom in you. When someone comes to somebody and they're giving them true wisdom, it's wisdom from the heart. It's wisdom from the heart. It's not wisdom because they just blur out words. It's wisdom that you may understand. It's true wisdom that you will keep within you for the rest of your life. It's true wisdom that you can help and teach somebody else. But everybody want to teach somebody, but you can't teach them if you don't have any true wisdom. Listen to these words. To love God is to put Him first. To love God, you got to put Him first. We're putting everybody else first before Him. We put our cars before Him. We put our family members before Him. We put our girlfriends and our boyfriends before Him. We put our homes before Him. We put our pastors and our leaders before Him. But what happens if they're gone? What happens if the Creator took every last one I just said away from you right now? Then who do you put first? Who do you then put first? True wisdom I'm giving y'all. true words of wisdom. To love God, you got to first put him in the forefront. You got to put him in the forefront. Because if you're not putting him in the forefront, then who are you putting in the forefront? The number one commandment is to love God. The first commandment is to love God. Love the Lord your God. Love him. The Bible clearly states that when your mother and father forsakes you, the Creator is going to take you up. True words of wisdom. True words of wisdom, my brothers and sisters. When your brothers and sisters downgrade you, the Creator is going to lift you up. He's going to lift you up. When your husband and your wife, your nieces and your nephews forsake you, talk about you, downgrade you, bash you, clone you, the Creator is going to take you up. The Creator is going to do that. But you got to put him first. You have to put him first. I'm not going to put nobody else first before him. I can't put my mother before him. I can't put my father before him. I can't put my nieces and nephews before him. Watch this. I can't even put my cousin before him. No matter how much I love my cousin, no matter how much I love my mother and father, no matter how much I love my church members, nothing comes before my Creator. No matter how much I love Chief Apostle, no matter how much I love, other people, I can't put them before my Creator. And you shouldn't do the same thing. But they do. And as soon as you tell them that, then now they get upset over it. And the reason why they get upset over it is because they already know that what you said to them was true. They already know that what you said to them was true. It was not to hurt them, but it was for true wisdom. Nowadays, people don't want to hear your true wisdom and the words that you're speaking to them. But you know what they want to do? They want to give you wisdom. So basically, what you're saying to them, they don't want to hear it. But they want you to hear what they have to say. That's not how that works. The Bible clearly states the first commandment is to love him first. Put him first. Stop putting everything else before him. Because he is a jealous Creator. He is a jealous Creator. When you put everything else before him, he's going to be jealous. Listen carefully. He's going to be jealous because you put everything else before him. You'll put your animals before him. You'll put your clothes before him, shoes before him. You'll put your hair styles before him. You put your nails before him. You put everything else before him. But when he was the one that created you, he knows inside your heart. He knows inside you. But everybody else does not know inside your heart. They can't even look inside your heart. Well, I can look through your heart through an x-ray. Fine. But you still don't know what's going on inside them. That's why it says The number one commandment is to love him. If you can't love him, you can't love nobody else. You can't love nobody else. With all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all of your strength. The first commandment is to love him. Whatever you are going through in life, you have to put him first. Your heart is not right. Put him first, because he can help put it together again. Your heart's been broken. He's the only one that can put it back together again. Your soul, he's the one that can make your soul right, so that your name will be written in the Lamb's Book of Life. Your mind is not right. Your mind has gone off the rafters. You don't know where you're at. He's the only one that can put your mind where it needs to be. He can make you think better. He's the only one that can do that. The first commandment is to love him. The strength that he's given you, you've lost your strength. You're weak. Just like Samson, he lost his strength. Because Delilah was tempted and was paid to cut his hair off. But guess what? The strength wasn't in his hair. He already